Welcome to the world of research. In this video, we are going to learn about Al-Farabi's concept of the perfect or ideal state. Abu Nasr Muhammad Al-Farabi was born in 870 in the district of the city of Farab in Turkestan, of Turkish descent, and died in 950 at Damascus. Is the greatest Islamic philosopher of the world. He was known as the second teacher. Aristotle was the first. Moreover, Al-Farabi commented on many of Aristotle's work and wrote a number of independent works. In order to figure out Al-Farabi's social and political philosophy very well, one had better inquire into his philosophy as a journal. According to Hammond, Al-Farabi's philosophy is entirely theocentric in the sense that it holds God as center of the universe. Allah is one. This one is the absolute, transcending everything. The goal of man is to return to Allah. Furthermore, in Al-Farabi's point of view, philosophy is studied primarily to obtain a knowledge of Allah Almighty as the creator and efficient cause of all things, the one immovable. For Al-Farabi, philosophy is nothing else than thought, to wit, the science of concepts. The end of philosophy is to know Allah as the creator of heaven and earth. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is the time to examine Al-Farabi's version of political philosophy, including concepts of state and statesmen, by taking advantage of reading his book called Al-Madina Al-Fadila, which consists of 5 sections and 19 chapters. In this video, we are going to examine particularly chapter 1, which is related to the first cause, and chapters 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 concerning with the best or perfect state, excellent ruler, and various kinds of faulty states. First of all, Al-Farabi starts by defining the first cause in his work. The first cause is the highest excellence and perfection. Besides, it is unceasing actuality. It is eternal, ungenerated, and everlasting. Nothing equals it in essence and rank. It is immaterial and hence without form. With his words, the first existent is the first cause of existence of all the other existents. It is free of every kind of deficiency, whereas there must be in everything else some kind of deficiency, either one or more than one, but the first is free of all their deficiencies. Thus, its existence is the most excellent and precedes every other existence. The first is without beginning and everlasting in its essence, without being in need of any other thing which would provide its permanence in order to be eternal. Its substance suffices for its permanence and its everlasting existence. Consequently, according to Al-Farabi, the first is neither matter nor it is all sustained by a matter, the existence of which is free of all matter and substratum. Nor does it have form, because form can exist only in matter. The first cannot have a contrary, and it has no magnitude and is absolutely incorporeal. Besides, its distinction from all others is owing to the oneness which is essence. From the beginning of Al-Madina Al-Fadila to chapter 13, Al-Farabi deals with a resume of principles covering the divine being, the emanation of the intelligences, and the relation of human intelligence as well as imagination to the spiritual universe. We believe that his real purpose is to understand the nature of being and to attain a spiritual vision of reality. We think his principal concern is the person of the philosopher who must know the truth and be responsible for actualizing it in human society. The main argument in Al-Madina Al-Fadila in chapters 13, 14, and 15 is that people need to live, associate with others to achieve their best state. That is to say, that ultimate perfection or happiness is primarily within the confines of communal life. In addition to this, Al-Madina Al-Fadila contains the classic description of the city of excellence, the city that aims through the association contained therein at cooperation for the things by means of which real happiness is acquired. Al-Farabi has it. The ultimate goal of the city of excellence is real happiness. In a nutshell, Al-Farabi asserts emphatically that ultimate perfection and the most excellent human good are not possible in pre-political associations. To wit, people need a state for living in peace and for being excellent. As mentioned earlier, Al-Farabi copies with the best state various kinds of faulty states and with their rules in chapter 15 of his work. He states that in order to preserve himself and to gain the highest perfections, every human being is by his very nature in need of many things that he cannot provide all by himself. As a matter of fact, he is in need of people everywhere of whom supplies him with some particular need of his. Therefore, man cannot attain the perfection unless many people who cooperate come together, each of whom supplies everybody else with some particular need of his, so that as a result of the contribution of the whole community, all the things are brought together which everybody needs to preserve himself and to attain perfection. Consequently, human individuals have come to exist in great numbers and have settled in inhabitable region of the earth, so that human societies have come to exist in it, some of which are perfect, others imperfect. Al-Farabi goes to say that there are three kinds of perfect society: great, medium, and small. The great one is the union of all societies in the inhabitable world. The medium one, the union of one nation in one part of the inhabitable world. The small one, the union of people of a city in territory of any other nation whatsoever. According to Al-Farabi, the most excellent good and the utmost perfection is attained in a city, not in a society, which is less complete than it. Felicity is not attainable in every city. The city in which people aim through association at cooperating for the things by which felicity in its real and true sense can be gained is the excellent city, and in addition to this, the society in which there is cooperation to acquire felicity is the excellent society. Al-Farabi employs an analogy to explain his perfect state by stating that the excellent city resembles the perfect and healthy body, all of whose limbs cooperate to make the life of the animal perfect and to preserve it in this state. Al-Farabi argues that a ruler is the man who knows every action by which felicity can be reached. Moreover, he should be a good orator and able to rouse other people's imagination by well-chosen words. He is the first sovereign of the excellent city. He is the ruler of the perfect nation and the sovereign of the universal state. It can be put forward that Al-Farabi's social and political thought is not separated from religious concepts, because for him the ruler of the state, whom we can call as a philosopher who has attained a theoretical vision of the truth, is the only person qualified for ruling his people, forming their character in accordance with moral principles, teaching them practical arts, and rousing them to do good acts so as to make them reach their highest possible perfection. Al-Farabi comes to illustrate his vision of imperfect states. According to him, in opposition to the excellent city are the ignorant city and the whipped city. First of all, we'll try to explain the ignorant city. The ignorant city is the city whose inhabitants do not know the true felicity. Even if they were rightly guided to it, they would either not understand it or not believe in it. The only are some of those which are considered to be the aims in life, for instance, bodily health, wealth, and enjoyment of pleasures. Therefore, according to the citizens of the ignorant city, each of these is a kind of felicity. In the light of these, the ignorant city is divided into a number of cities called the city of necessity, which is the city whose people strive for no more food, drink, housing than is necessary for sustaining their bodies, and they cooperate to attain this. The city of meanness, which is the city whose people are entrusted in acquisition of wealth and riches. The city of honor, which is the city whose people engage in attaining honor. The city of power, which is the city whose people are entrusted in getting power, and democratic cities, which is the city whose people are fond of their freedom. In addition to this, the whipped city is a city, the views of which are those of the excellent city. It knows felicity. Allah Almighty, the existence of the second order, and everything which as such is to be known and believed in by the people of the excellent city. However, the actions of its people are the actions of the people of the ignorant cities. Moreover, the kings of these cities are contrary to the kings of the excellent cities. In the final two chapters of his book, Chapter 18 and 19, Al-Farabi looks into two of other faulty states which are ignorant and misguided states. According to him, these states do not come into existence unless the religion which their citizens accept is based on corrupt views to be found in the books of the ancient Greeks. With Al-Farabi's words, the cities of ignorance and error arise only when their religion is derived from a view of the ancients. According to M. Said Sheikh, Al-Farabi suggests to build a society on reason, devotion, and love. With such a society alone, there is hope of creating the ideal city of which Al-Farabi gives an elaborate account. Last but not least, it is believed by many scholars that Al-Farabi held the view from Plato's Republic that politics and ethics should be employed as a foundation for establishing an ideal state and nation, as well as a perfect world state, the same as the modern United Nations. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting and informative videos. Thank you. Good luck with your research.